Hey YouTube, it's been a while. I just wanted to do a little update video because it's been nearly a year since I made a video. Um, Partially because life is busy. I've had a lot of things happening, but also there's just not always that much to share, um, transition wise. So I think just like some updates to give you is I moved from Kansas City and now I live in the suburbs, so it's like 20 minutes south. And I moved in with my girlfriend. We moved in together in about September. Now it's May, so I don't know how many months that is. I'm not going to do math because it's late on a Friday. Um, I got a new job. I'll be working at a high school next year. I spent the last 3 years working at a middle school, but I'll be doing basically the same job, but in a high school environment, and I'm hoping that will be better. I've had a pretty hell of a time the last 3 years just where I work with just support for my students, my students with disabilities, and then just for LGBT people in general. So I'm just hoping that this next school will be a little more supportive. As you can tell, got some new ink, and I'm excited about that. I've had 3 sessions so far. I have one more session to go to fill in some of these flowers back here. Another update is I got 2 dogs. So this is Winnie. We adopted her, about 6 weeks ago, and she's 5, and she's a border collie mix. And then Wesley was my girlfriend's dog, and he's a mix of all sorts of things. But enjoying having some pets around, and I was getting pretty lonely living in my studio. So now I've got my girlfriend and 2 dogs, so it's always something's going on around here. Um, yeah, so I haven't hardly done anything with activism in this past year. I pretty much quit everything I was doing because I was just overwhelmed. Like, I am almost done with grad school. I've got just the summer semester, and then I'll have my master's degree. And between that, my stressful job, and Winnie, and my activism, I was really having a hard time. I was having a lot of panic attacks. So, kind of stopped all that stuff. But once I finish grad school, I'm kind of looking forward to maybe getting back to it a little bit. One hobby that I've really picked up is gardening and indoor plants. I've got like 25 indoor plants now, and I've got actually a backyard now that I'm growing some veggies and flowers, and I'm going to hopefully do some pumpkins later on. So I'm kind of just excited to experiment with that. Let's see what else. I want to do a video with my girlfriend so y'all can actually meet her because she's amazing, and I've never felt so supported by anyone and so loved by anyone before. So yeah, that's everything's been really good. I think that's why I've been making less videos too. Is like I'm just happy and content, and just spending less time on YouTube than I used to. Uh, I think the only other update is like right now. So I live in the Kansas City area. There's a lot of legislation going on trying to prevent gender affirming care for us. So I actually was pretty worried that I wasn't going to be able to access hormones recently with the recent. I don't even know. I'm not very good with this stuff, but like the Attorney General said that adults and kids on the Missouri side were no longer going to be able to access HRT. So as switching to the Kansas side, but on the Kansas side, they are trying to keep you from getting your gender marker changed and use like bathrooms, like if you're trans, which I don't really know how you do that, but so it's kind of a shitty situation. Been thinking a little bit about like possibly moving if I need to. Don't really want to, but I also want to feel safe and not always feel like I have to be the one carrying the burden of it all. Um, I think the only other thing is I'm kind of thinking a little bit about. Sorry, my dogs are loud. Winnie, come here. I'm thinking a little bit about having bottom surgery, and I don't know much about it. Kind of trying to figure out where to start. Um, I don't feel like a lot of people I know have actually had it, and I'm also terrified of all the complications. But more and more I think about it, the more I feel like I'd be interested in having it. And that's kind of like the last thing I'd be interested in for my transition. So don't know what that looks like or how soon it'll happen, but I have some extra time this summer, and I think I'll try to kind of look into it more and see what happens. So good to see you all. Sorry, this was just rambling, but thanks for tuning in if you're watching this, and reach out if you ever need anything. All right, bye.